Hello, Yolante.
Hello. Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
Amy.
Hello.
Hello, Gray.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, you. Is that how you say it? You?
Uwe.
I always get the question. Uwe, yes.
Uwe. Okay, thank
Hey,
you.
great.
Hey.
I wonder how was it to do the waiting room experiment, to join and land in a waiting room before you join the main space?
I felt feared,
thought it
but
was
I asked why we are in the waiting room, and the feedback was because we were early. So I felt like, oh, we are punished because we are too early.
It's your punishment right there.
I like the non-linearity about it.
Thank you. Steven. Hello again.
Sure, how you been, man?
I'm happy to see your face and your new beard.
Good to see you. You look good.
Thank you, brother. Wow. Great. Seems like we have a great team for today. Welcome to the study group meeting. Today it's about the five-body connection. And I invite you to start with a little check-in just before we start. So you can just say your name to land in the space and share something about what catches you in the title to come here to the space. Even it sounds like someone there wants to talk, wants to share something.
Yes. I have a lot of fear about this because I'm realizing that there's a lot of background noises. I'm in a public space, like I'm in a bar. I don't know if that was a good idea. It's getting louder and louder. And I also feel joy to be here. I just had my first ETB this weekend, and that was a big event. For those who don't know, ETB is Expand the Box. It's a training sponsored by the Possibility Management, and yeah, it was just very exciting. I felt anxious and ecstatic almost every day. And I'm sorry, but I forgot the title of this event, so I'm not sure what drew me to it. But I guess I just can't get enough of connecting with people after the ETB. So yeah, I think that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I am Amy, and I came here because the theme of connection to the being and the five bodies is something that comes alive in me every lab, and every lab feels like I'm doing many. But yeah, it comes up a lot also in emotional healing processes, and I feel lots of fear about the connection and what is catching me so much. So this is what brought me here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll go. My name is Jolanta. I'm drawn by this possible exploration of how can we feel as beings? How can we explore this connectiveness, interconnectiveness of our different realms, and how it may work if we actually learn how to align these dimensions? And it must be exciting really to discover this sense of empowerment that comes from this ability to source our potential with this conscious navigation through different spheres. So I'm super excited for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Uni.
Yeah, I'm Gray. I was interested in exploring the 5 bodies distinction in the possibility management context because I'm familiar with other contexts that distinguish the different bodies of the human being, and I'm excited to see how they overlap, how they differ, and learn and explore and pursue that more whole wholeness of being for myself.
Thank you.
So my name is Uwe. I'm in Mexico right now. I'm still waking up. I'm a late bird, so to say. Let me find some more presence, like speaking to you. I feel fear actually presencing more. The theme of connection. If I had enough connection in my life, I wouldn't be here. So it's about like wanting to meet people who want to explore what connection is. And I think the usual ways we learned are just like disconnection. So and that's painful to me. So I'm looking for connection. To me, it's all about connection. Thank you.
Yeah.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you, Uwe. For me, for a long time, I didn't put connection in the center of my life, and now I'm exploring how it is what happens if connection is in the center of my life, because what else is so important to put before that? Because I'm not gonna have stuff, I'm not gonna have things, I'm not gonna have, I don't know, even friendships or every ship's like that. They're just going away, and I'm just left with connection. And I feel sad because I just noticing that I'm so glad to have all of you in the space, and I miss this connection so much with people in a kind of like a centered, grounded space where you're allowed to feel. And the 5 bodies were, for me, what catches me about it is that there is such a door, it's such an invitation there for people to go a step further in their context, and for me too, it's like an invitation to keep exploring another body, and go deeper with them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, for me, it's that I worked the last years mostly on my survival strategy of being a lonely wolf. And I noticed that the opposite, what I'm longing for, is to be connected with others. And the next was that I realized that I first need to be connected with myself. And in that way, I explored also how to be connected in the 5 bodies I have. So this is my bridge to be here today.
You, Nicole.
Okay, we'll go now with the frog is out of my throat or down. All right, so all right, I feel joy right now trying to spit this out. Okay. For me, connection has, and also vulnerability comes with it for me. I don't think you can have deep connection without vulnerability. That's intimacy. So I spent a lot of my life running from it or pretending like I don't need it to protect myself, and healing a lot of that over the years. That's been like part of my life mission. In also like healing the attachment style, if you follow. And so like I wrote in the group, I relate to the lone wolf thing too. I got a thumbs up for that. I relate to the lone wolf thing too. And that's part of this the fear of connecting. I do value that I could just be transparent and admit that with everyone here. I still am struggling with it. But I think it's like sometimes there's one person who lets down their front or their thing and then everyone else follows. So sometimes it takes that first person to get vulnerable. So I'm learning that. And yeah, so of course the 5 bodies is super interesting to me. I don't know if I could pick one that's my favorite, but I really love archetypal work. Yeah, I am very passionate about exploring each one, because if we just explore one, we're really missing out on a lot of this, a lot of the treasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
So we're going to hold space for a centering process to center ourselves in the space. And it's also an invitation to notice which one of the bodies are used during the centering process. So we start with putting our feet on the ground, taking a deep breath. And finding the center of our physical center, which is 3 fingers underneath your belly button, the middle of your stomach. And there's your physical body right there. And you use your attention to scan and find your energetic center. Your energetic center might be floating somewhere. And so it might be somewhere in the past. You use your intention to grab it from the past moment and bring that in front of your face into this energetic ball of light, the size of an orange. Put it in front of your face. And you use, again, your attention to scan into the present and locate your energy and information that's going into the present moment. Maybe there are some voices around you that distract you. And use your intention to grab your energy information and bring that in front of your face to this same energetic ball. And you use your attention again to scan into the future and see if any of your energy and information and attention goes into something that is later. Use your intention to grab that energy and bring it in front of your face. And use your intention one more time to grab that energetic ball and bring it down, all the way down, and put it on your physical center. Really use the power of your intention to grab your energy, energetic center, and put it on your physical center. You have the sensation of being centered, and use your clicker to declare a grounding cord. There's a connection between your physical center to the center of the earth. And please declare the color of your grounding cord. You can see into the space. Mine is green and purple.
Orange.
Green.
Dark
Orange
green.
and blue.
Violet.
And use your clicker again to declare an energetic bubble around you. And I want you to just for a second to increase the level of your attention that is on your energetic body right now. And really feel the bubble around you. It's really holding you. You can almost fly in the air with it. Really increase your sensitivity to your energetic body just right now. And see how powerful your bubble can be. Use your intention to play with it and make it stronger, or make it faster, or make it spin. And increase your sensitivity even more with your energetic body, just your energetic body and your bubble. That's it. For 20 seconds, just be with your bubble. You're really like this mage that can create things, snap your finger and declare things in your energetic body and bring them into reality, to your reality. Please declare and create with us a golden cube of workspace going all over the world around us. And ground that into Gaia, into the world, into the earth. And please share your bright principles into the space, if you know what it is, and bring them into that golden cube. Connection.
Trust.
Clarity.
Honesty.
Determination.
And exploration.
Stability.
Love.
Curiosity.
Authenticity.
Integrity.
Dedication.
Candor.
Intention.
Transformation.
Wholeness. Lightness.
Growth.
Thank you. Please open your eyes and bring your head a bit closer to the screen, and just pick one or two people in the next 30 minutes, 30 seconds, and just create this being to being connection with them. Thank you. Any sharings about that or about something else?
I was mostly curious if we can feel that through these old devices and the camera, because we were I was looking at people and not the camera, so there was no direct eye contact, but I felt the energy, and I was trying to figure out if the people I want to connect with feel me, and at the same time if I am able to receive if someone is making this connection with me. So I was a lot of energetic feelings and a little bit of confusion here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Interesting experiment. If you keep experimenting with it, please let us know what's the results. Hey, we want to experiment a bit with the I mean, I guess the space holders. This experiment that came to mind about touch, about like the physical body, and how can we deepen in the connection to the physical body. Moria can share something about that, I think.
Really can put that down here. All right. So when we're babies, we explore our body, right? And I think today many people just don't. And or it's exclusive to certain things, we'll say. And this is all about just experiencing new ways of connecting with the body and experimenting with that. So like we can touch different parts and hold them in different ways, and we can experience different sensations. And I've been experimenting with what does it feel like in different areas. So I will guide us in this interesting process.
Cool, thank you.
So I'm going to use my right hand, but we'll shift to, actually, let's start with your dominant hand, whatever that is for you, and bring it to, is everyone barefoot? Oh,
not yet.
Can you get barefoot for this?
Yeah.
Hopefully your foot's not too dirty, because I want you to bring your hands to your face at some point. And take your dominant hand to your opposite foot and just like cup it. You can hold your ankle actually with that hand and let it, how do I explain this? Hold it up to the point where like let your leg completely not be doing any work. And then hold it and give yourself like a bit of gentle movement with it. And just experience what that's like. It's actually hard for me to feel like my leg is not doing work. So if you notice that it is, make sure that you keep holding on to it. And now take your fingertips and go and just grace the bottom super gently. But you are still touching it. And now bring it a little bit more away to where you're almost not touching it. My arm's getting tired, so we'll continue it one more time with just go super close to it, but don't touch it. And see if you can sense it at all. And we'll switch to another thing. Okay, now here's this other experiment. So take your, you're gonna use your knees for this. Oh, so you're probably wearing pants. So if there's like, you could use your ankles or something that is exposed on you. I don't know what everyone is wearing. Because we need something that's on the same side of the body, a part of skin that's on the same side as one hand. And we need the other side too. I hope that makes sense. So for example, I'm going to use my right hand to touch my right leg.
But you need to touch your skin, like not the pants. Yeah. Okay.
It's
take off your pants. I'm gonna use my knees.
I guess you could use your feet again and just sit like that. Use whatever's convenient, I would say. But I noticed when I've done this, I tried it on legs because it was easier. So I'm using my right hand on the right leg. And do it in a way that is like, pretend you are not touching your own leg.
You touch the right leg with the right hand?
Yeah, very lightly, but pretend, don't focus on your hand doing the touching. Only focus on the touch. And just experience what that's like. And now try it on the opposite leg with that same hand. Does it tickle more for you?
Yeah.
As it does for me.
It does.
It does. Can anyone else confirm this?
Which can you repeat? Can you repeat that?
So take that same hand, but go to your opposite leg.
Yeah.
And now do the same thing. Does it tickle more on the opposite side of the body? You can go back and forth to compare it. You could try it also. Now try the experiment with the left hand or the right if you were doing the right before. And now I'm going to try it start with 5 fingers and then lower it down to just 2 fingers. And make an S shape. And now, what's this other one I've been doing? It also works quite interesting on the arms too.
I just want to share something for a second. Notice how, notice about noticing. You're like, right now, all your attention is about noticing this touch. and noticing the physical body. And it can also be like that for about the other bodies. You can notice like in the same level, you're just, I don't know, I'm looking around and I'm like 100% noticing right now. When Moriah took me to this experiment, and I mean, I can notice my energetic body with the same attention. And also there is, and my intellectual body, my emotional body, there's also something coming up for me about we're all connecting right now on just touch, on just physical body right now. It's like all of our attention is there.
Let's experiment with a couple of types of touch. Tapping, not like the method that everybody's a fan of. So you can also go in and out of being with your hand, focusing on your hand doing the tapping and the sensation of receiving it, or you can disconnect from being the hand and just go into the sensation, which I quite enjoy. How about you? And see, like, where do you like this the most? I feel like this is really a really nice spot. It's kind of ticklish for me and I actually enjoy it. And you can push in more. You can experiment with different levels of force and what that's like. I like how Gray is giving himself a face, experimenting with his face. That's awesome. Because this is like, actually, this is one that's really good for our necks when we're sitting at the computer for so long. Occipital pulls. There's like a way to get into the occipitals, and you push back and forth. I just cracked it.
Okay, I propose to just stop it for a second, and I want to hear some sharings about this, about like connecting to your physical body. Any resistance, Maria?
No, I want to hear too. Thank you.
For me, it was like changing the perspective of the nervous system. I really like this when I shifted perspective from being this gesture, and then being this hand, and then being only touch that is totally beyond being a hand or fingers. And like for me, it was like the nervous system was going crazy, and then it was like switching from a different perspectives, and like it's this shift is amazing for me. It's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I felt when I was like touching with not touching, that I was like sensing more my energetical body that was more present in the space, so I could feel some proximity of something. And yeah, I feel joy to feel this, to be so present and to notice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Felt something
I
about.
was surprised.
Let's go.
I was surprised that when I touched my fingers to the top of my hand, so like that the top or the back of my hand was actually more sensitive. I was much more attuned to the sensation from the back of my left hand than the the fingertips on my right hand. And I wonder why that is.
Super interesting.
Just notice this magic that happens in the air where we're all like doing a physical activity together. And it reminded me even sport classes in school or in the labs that we do the morning practice. There is a sense of like everyone doing the same body thing at the same time and create like a special space.
Yeah, for me, I was curious and also a bit wondering about the part of the crossing, using the right hand and touching the left knee or leg, and it was like it was a different hand. So I didn't get it in my mind that it could feel so different. So touching the same side was more straight, was more clarity in a way. And touching the crossing side was for me more, there was so much more softness in it. And yeah, how to say, it was prickling. This so it was like, yeah, getting this gas bumbles. So, and this was really, yeah, in a way crazy to feel it so that it feels so different. It's the same hand, but it feels like different hands. So yeah. And I also want to share the, yeah, maybe similar like Dor said, the noticing all exercises you did with us was about touching, and I also felt the touch energetically. There was no touch in the physical body, but it was, I sensed the energetical touch on my feet. And I also felt the resonance in my emotional body. Emotions and feelings are rising up by touching myself. So yeah, it was, yeah, starting of 5-body connection.
Yes, we already worked with the energetic body. Thank you. Now the physical body. So keep some of your attention on these bodies as we keep going. And there is a little experiment about the emotional body. Nicole, would you share about that?
Yeah, I was still starting, I think, because yeah, I would invite you to reconnect with the touching. You can choose one area of your body. And yeah, maybe I propose to do this cross thing. Cross not the same side, use the opposite side to touch. And then start sensing what is going on in your emotional body. Maybe some feelings are arising in it. And yeah, there are 4 feelings. We have the joy, we have the fear, the anger, and the sadness. And I'm curious to hear what is arising in you when you're touching yourself. Yeah. And also when you come back to the now and stop touching you, what is present right now? And you can check in right now with all 4 feelings. What do you feel about joy right now? About what do you feel angry? About what do you feel fear right now? And also sadness.
I feel fear of connecting with I felt the fear of connecting with my own body. And I felt there was like some sadness, like emotional sadness.
Can you say more? Can you say why? You felt fear to touch your body and connect with your body, with your physical body?
Yes. Because I had a feeling there is a emotional sadness in this, like I was touching my wound, and I feel like, oh, I can't go here now. So that.
And Amy, when you go on and scan your emotional body right now, can you also sense the other 3 feelings?
Yeah,
the sadness and the joy and the anger.
I feel joy to be tuning in with my body and to give attention to my body part. And I feel anger. I feel angry because I'm not doing it more often.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, for me, it was also that the first thing what was arising by touching myself and feeling that softness was also arising fear of that softness. And for me, it reminds me that I'm vulnerable. And that scares me. And right now, I feel also joy because I'm here in that space where I can share that and not get judged about this sharing. That I can tell you this. And I also feel sadness because I so often miss this touch, that somebody touches me. And I need to check about my anger. It seems there is a really low intensity of anger. Yeah, I feel anger to be present right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Someone else who want to check in with the 4 feelings right now?
I feel joy because I have the feeling that I'm doing kind of an edge experiment by being in this bar and taking my shoes off and touching myself in the middle of a bar, which is a bit out of my comfort zone. So yeah, I'm also like bringing my attention all the time. I'm bringing it back, back. People passing by with lobsters and getting ready for the night shift. So I'm just kind of doing another experiment here. And I also feel fear for the same reason. Like, saw some people checking me and like, what is this guy doing there alone in that table? Feel angry that I didn't do this in my car, which was also a possibility. Feel sad that this is my first time today that I actually speak out with a loud voice to people. I've been sleeping all day and I haven't talked to anyone, and it's evening, so that makes me a bit sad.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to appreciate your courage to do it anyway in the bar. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, Stephen, and I have one more question if you want to hear it.
Sorry, was that a question for me? I didn't get it.
Yeah, I have a question for you.
Yeah, shoot.
Because as you share all this stuff, some things are coming up for me, and I want to check with you if it's similar. Maybe you also sense it. I want to know what you get about connection from all what you shared right now.
So do you mean what I received from the others here present about my sharing?
No, what you are doing. You shared that you touched your food in a bar food, and you shared your feelings and you shared your fear and doing this experiment, and also about the talking that you didn't talk to someone, and the day goes by. What do you get from all that, what you experienced about connection?
I'm not getting much, to be honest. I don't really understand your question. Maybe if it's more clear or more to the point. The
Yeah,
thing is, from all that, what do you get? It can be everything, and I'm not sure.
It's not about right or wrong.
No, I know.
It's not about much or less. It's just, I'm curious to hear what you get about connection by, for example, you shared that you use your anger to bring your attention back and back again and hold your space, your bubble, and not get hooked by the conversations around you. So for me, this is one example to reconnect and to take over again and again with connection with yourself and with your center.
So that exactly, just a second, Stephen, you want to answer that?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so that actually brings us to the next experiment we have, and we're going to do this experiment in pairs. And it's exactly what Nicole is speaking about. It's like, what do you need to feel connection right now in the space? With the other person, you're going to be with another person in the space. and you check in with your 5 bodies, like, what do I need to feel connection right now? Do I need to touch my feet right now? Do I need to say to them, like, hey, stop doing that? Do I need to set a boundary? Do I need to say what I want? And so we're going to let you experiment with that because you're advanced experimenters. I just want to ask if anyone wants an example or anyone have any questions before we go to this experiment.
I have a question, and it's is this connection with myself or with the other person?
It's both. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say with the other person, but then I thought about something Nicole said before, I think in one of our meetings, like, how can you be connected to the other person if you're not connected to yourself? So it's just, so maybe both.
Thank you.
Any questions or something like that?
So I just wanted to repeat, like the 5 bodies are the emotional, the intellectual, the energetic, the physical, and the
Archetypal.
archetypal. Yeah. So those we have to kind of examine. It's the experiment, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Any other questions or needs for examples or anything?
I would love an example.
Great. That's an example. So, Moria, I'm going to do this example right now with you live for just like a minute. Yes, exactly. I want to share with you something, and I want to share with you that I feel scared when you're smiling like this, when you're giggling like this. And my fear is that you either giving me your center or you putting something in front of yourself. What do you feel or think about that?
Maybe I'm not conscious of what I'm putting in front of me, if I am.
Would you do an experiment and check in front of you energetically what is there here? When maybe even think about the giggling or the smiling thing and feel that in front of you for a second.
Oh, okay, I know what it is. Before, since I felt like put on the spot, I just swallowed, and you pointed that out to me and before in another meeting, which was spot on. But then it made me more nervous. So I started to laugh that I'm thinking about something that's like not really even here.
Thank you for sharing that and being vulnerable about it. I
That
heard
just makes me like more like make me want to combust with laughter or something.
so I heard you say that it's nervousness about like being on the spot.
Yeah, a little bit more being that you know something about me, like from before.
You felt fear that I know something about you from before.
Yeah, you can detect things about me.
And I really thank you for sharing. I heard your fear. I really want to know how it's like for you to be in connection with me when you have this fear.
Oh, well, now it's making me more nervous. Um,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wanna keep going with you and complete. So maybe we can go to the breakout room, but so other people can experiment too. Thank you for doing the example.
And I feel fear about this example. It's like I'm not sure, it's like emotional fear. That is like putting something on the spot. And I feel fear about this connection. Like pointing something out, how is that creating connection?
To be clear, it's the experiment is to declare what I need to be in connection, whether with myself as in like more centered, more whole, or with you. Like, and so it's, I would propose that you really try not to point something out about somebody else as like and frame it as a problem, but rather what I need to really sink into a deeper level of intimacy. That's just how I would take it.
Thank you.
Thank you. More questions?
Yeah, about the time, how long, and yeah, when to shift roles.
Yeah, propose to do 6 minutes and to do it at the same time and not to do it like in a row.
Okay.
Just go with whatever what Gray just said.
I have a question. Is it something we better to explore without using words like observation? Because I may say the other what I need to connect, and it's like 20 seconds. And for me, the experience would be different if I was exploring it without words, but I'm not sure if I understand this.
Yeah, thank you. What happened with Moria was just organic for me for the connection. That's what I needed. I needed to share my fear and I needed to ask her what she needs to connect with me, but it doesn't have to look like this with you. It can be, yeah, just without words or whatever. We keep this experiment open. It's just about noticing what's going on in your 5 bodies when you're trying to connect with someone. Thank you for the question. And I use my fear to change my mind, and we're going to do it a bit longer, 10 minutes. So we really have time to sink into bodies, different bodies. Okay, so yeah, Moria, we're going to continue in room 4, and everyone else, see you in the breakout rooms. I'm going to give you a bit of timings after 5 minutes. So, 5 minutes pass and you have another 5 minutes. See you then.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Maria.
Now you smirked first though.
Thank you for noticing. I propose a free smirking space. That it's
A
not
free smirk.
it's not wrong or right to smirk. It just what it is.
I thought you were gonna say a no smiling test or something.
Gosh, I did enough of those in my life. I don't want to do anymore.
Really?
A no smiling thing. It's like other contexts,
Yeah.
And just notice I'm not so centered. So I'm just going to take a second to center myself. I noticed a little fear again to connect with you, and I wanted to share that with you.
Yeah.
And I just catch my physical body swallowing something. And I think I swallowed my sadness because like my survival strategy heard that I got a beep from you, that I got something that didn't work for you. And that made me feel sad because it's really important for me. Our connection is really important for me.
Thank you. I feel fear because I don't know what to say. But then maybe I'm thinking that I don't need to say anything, to just receive that.
I heard you say that you feel fear, that you don't know what to say. But
Because
you,
I also, yeah, sorry.
yeah, go.
I feel fear because the rescuer is coming up.
You say more?
Like, oh, you don't need to feel that way. You didn't bother me. It's okay.
Thank you for being authentic about it. Rescuer.
Was actually, as usual, you often point something very astutely about me that other people don't see, that I wonder if they see that sometimes I'm perceptive of.
Usually you are perceptive in those things for other people?
Like I'm self-conscious underneath maybe about them.
Mm.
And they're little things that when I'm in my alter ego, dominatrix, she doesn't do those things. She's like so calm and poised.
Mm.
And I envy her for that
Mm.
because I think if people can detect these things about me, they can use them against me because they can see you're afraid or uncomfortable or anxious. But I feel joy. I can share that with you.
You feel joy that you can share with me that you have this other character, and then with her, she doesn't feel that. She doesn't go through all these little things that you're self-conscious of, that you felt that I'm noticing.
But more so that I feel fear that others can notice it about me and use that against me.
You feel
They
fear
can
that
see
others can
maybe
use
that
those little things against you.
Yes.
And I heard your joy that you can share that with me.
And I feel, I guess it's like admiration when I see that you don't do that. You don't do those certain things. And that's how I want to be all the time. Because it seems very strong and that others can't manipulate you. Like a projection, maybe.
Can you say, for example, what? Because my intellectual body is interested in like researching that.
Like doing certain mannerisms or laughing or smiling uncomfortably. Or touching your face like I'm doing. I do a lot of movements. Yes. It's actually, yes, that's something I'm self-conscious of. Moving my head too much, nodding too much. Because I'm seeing where that is lately, where it is authentic and where it is the rescuer of like, yeah, like giving a person validation too much, maybe.
Thank you for sharing. I just broadcasting a message about how many minutes passed. I have from what you shared, I got an idea about an experiment that we can do together right now to maybe to create this connection where we each play a character, and I play this character where I keep touching my face and moving and being like, all these things that I don't do. I think sometimes I do them. And you go into the other character and you don't do them, and we see how we connect or how we communicate with them.
That's very interesting. All right, that brings me joy and fear. Okay.
So the way to play an energetic role is that you get up, you click your clicker and you turn around and you go into that role and you say the name of it, who you are.
So what would I say? Like, hi, I'm Door or something?
No, you don't go into playing me.
Oh.
You go into your character where.
Oh.
I mean, you could do me, but I don't know.
A voice. So I thought you meant me reverse.
That could actually be cool also. But I thought you go into the character that you don't do that with.
Oh, yeah, okay, I can do that.
Okay, that's good.
You're making me laugh now. I've never seen you like that.
Hey.
Is there something wrong with you going on?
There's some fear.
Some fear.
Some fear in my body. I feel it everywhere.
Where?
It's here, all over. It's like little ants crawling all over my body with electricity.
It's a good way to put it.
And I feel a bit shy. You know.
What does shyness feel like to you?
You're scared. And I'm doing a lot of this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, what was that like?
Interesting. It was a lot. I'm ending the rooms. Just write thank your partner and see you in the main room. Yeah, we can stay for another 60 seconds to just. It was
interesting,
scary and familiar at the same time. Like I guess I'm some old version of me, And it was also fun. Like there was some joy about doing it consciously, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
How was it for you?
Well, at first I almost broke character because I've never seen you like that. So it was really surprising. And I had to snap out of it. It was hard for me because I know you in a different context. So, but it was great. Great experiment because I want to bring more of that into daily life. So sort of integrative.
What is that you want to bring to daily life?
That like calm confidence, at ease. And also it's like a sort of space holding that she does too for people's whatever they have going on in their uncomfortable states that she puts them in.
Ooh,
An interesting role.
It sounds like a bit of a conscious asshole part.
Yes.
Conscious asshole sometimes. I want to actually experiment with this, like bringing more of this like fear, it's like this insecurity almost into consciously, like just play with it and see what it does. Okay, see you in the
Yeah, I do.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Any sharings about this experiment?
I want to share.
Okay, so go.
So my first fear going into the space for 10 minutes was like, am I going to like the person? Am I going to like respond to the person that I'm with? And if not, what do I do about that? Am I going to phrase it? How much detail am I going to put to that? So I feel joy saying that because it's such a primal truth that I hardly share with people. Do it now. And I found out like, there is a way. And I can start with just like saying that I have reservations if they are there, be fully honest, and just make little steps. And it felt joyful. So my box was thinking like, like, I can't do that. I can't say that. That's impossible. It's going to just like, kick us into a war or something, or just like misunderstanding, disconnection. So my joy in that was like saying like, oh, it actually can work. I can slow down. I can speak my insecurity, my like, I can make finding my way into this conversation like overt. And that's the joy itself also. That's what I want to share.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for me, it was curious to notice the different ways that connection can go. So all based on the different needs a person has. So my need is to show and share about my own vulnerability, and also want to to receive that also from the other person, that I can really see the other person, what is going on, and that the other person is sharing that, not in a way like we are creating small talk, but more like a real interest and question. And then to notice for the other person, it's maybe more important that he and me are centered, so that we each of us taking responsibility for our own spaces and what is happening there, so that we can connect and not giving the center away. Yeah, it's different for others, not the same purpose or need, how they create connection. Thank you.
Thank you.
I discovered that, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I discovered that with digital connection, I used to take too much space talking or moving my hands and do everything to really get this connection I am used to in a non-digital world, which is energy, which is this organic feeling of another human being. And when there was this space and this slowness and this letting go of this anxiety of the void, this energy can really be felt, and this connection via energy body can be really created, and that I can perceive that. And when I make space for that, I can actually see and feel that. And I wasn't aware of that. I was just talking through that. And now there was a space and I felt that. And it is great.
Wow.
Thank you.
So what I did, and I found it to be effective, was to start with noticing in my physical body what was happening, and I noticed that I was holding tension in my shoulders, and so I spoke that as something I need to relax. Need to relax in my shoulders a bit, which led to an invitation for my breakout room partner to also explore tension in their body and relax and move around. And that seems like a good starting place, especially in these like digital screen spaces. We're all in boxes. We try to keep from moving around too much so we can be like just fixed and focused, but it can really help just to have a little bit of like organic liquid freeform movement to then go into the energetic body and connect to that and emotional body and so on.
You agree?
Thank you.
Okay, we have one last experiment for the space, and it's about the archetypal body. And the archetypal body is really about the journey that you chose by joining the study group, by studying together, exploring together. It's almost this sense of adventure, going into something, going into the unknown, going beyond what you know already or what you can do. And it takes this like moment of craziness, of liquidness to jump into the unknown. And what we propose for the last experiment is to go again into breakout rooms and do pirate agreements with each other. And who knows what is a pirate agreement? Okay, so pirate agreement is about you committing to the other person, commitment for something, and you do it so much in such a pirate way that you agree with them on what they're gonna do that is gonna be beyond for them. This thing that is gonna be a journey for them, the beyond, and you're committed to it, so you're agreeing with them about that. And you're both spitting in your hand, you're shaking your head about the agreements, and the agreements have consequences because it's a radical, responsible pirate. It's not just a regular pirate. And so you each make this agreement with each other about something that I mean, you already connected with each other a little bit here, and you must have seen some things that can be this archetypal person for the other person, or just let it come from the unknown. Yes, Yolante.
Yes. Can you give an example of disagreement? I don't know what to come up with. I haven't.
Yes, great question. All right, Yolante. So I want to do with you a pirate agreement about your research about non-physical spaces, about doing spaces online. And the pirate agreement would be that you would write about this an article. And you write an article about this after the next month, where you explore this in different groups that you're in. So people around the world can know how to go into these emotions or 5 bodies in online spaces. And that would be your gift. Would you do this experiment with me?
Yes. Now we spit.
Wait!
No, spit first.
Wait, before you spit. If you don't do this agreement, what happens? There's consequences.
Do I figure it out? What will happen?
Yes.
I would run in shorts in winter on the park and record that.
Needs to be something that you don't like. Do you like running in shorts in the park in the winter?
Yes, but a little bit.
Needs to be something that you don't like. Yes, that.
I will make a big bowl of Polish soup.
And then what?
And then it.
The whole bowl.
I will bring it to my neighbor, who I don't know, and leave it at the door and run.
Wait, that sounds like another experiment that you need to do anyways. Anyone have offer proposals for the
please.
Maybe knock on the door so that they know there's soup outside for them.
You leave a bowl of soup every day outside your neighbor's room for a week.
Oh my gosh.
A Polish soup. And then by the end of the week, you tell them that it was you that prepared soup for him every day.
Okay.
Right, I'm ready. You ready?
Yes.
Arr! Polish. Thank you.
Yeah.
No wiping the hand for a week.
Me too.
All right, so everyone, we have 6 minutes in the breakout rooms to make pirate agreements. Recreate. See you there with your new partners. 𝕭𝕟𝕜.
Oh, door. Oh no, I'm not getting off easy. Oh man.
I feel scared. I feel scared. Okay.
Why do you feel scared? I feel scared.
Okay, for the pirate agreement, I have a question. What's outside your car?
I'm outdoors in the woods. There's some buildings and some vehicles. What are you asking exactly?
I'm looking for an archetypal sign for the agreement with you.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm still very new to this, so I haven't explored my archetypal. And I would like you to understand some things about me in order to make a good pirate agreement. So I'll answer questions. Yeah. I mean, so I'm at this land in the woods. It's off grid. I came here because I wanted to join an intentional community, and it just didn't happen. I was the only one here for the 6 months, so now I'm leaving, and I'm basically the possibilities are wide open for what I do next, and I have several things in mind that I want to pursue for the next year. Basically, I think being
Wait, I got it.
Yeah, you got
Blended.
it? Okay.
Do you do some kind of a documentation of your journey, like a video blog?
No, I do not.
Okay, so the pirate agreement is about you starting a video blog about your journey from now on and how you started from zero as a pirate next culture nomad that you are.
Okay.
You started and you do that for a month, and you need to do at least one video a week.
One video a week for a month. That is something that I will agree to.
Okay, and if you don't do it, you need to shave your beard. That is your respect as a pirate.
Okay, I'll shave it to be ugly. Yes.
Okay.
I'll just leave the sideburns and just shave this. Okay.
Okay, now you do one with me, a pirate agreement.
Okay. Oh boy. Door. Let me see. I want to ask you something.
You have 2 minutes.
Okay.
I have a mustache, just so you know.
You have a mustache, yeah. Okay. You're going to
Maybe you need me to tell you some stuff.
Yeah, so start talking about what you're up to. That can help.
Okay, I'm creating the space holder training at the moment. I'm working on it with my team, so people around the world can connect to their space holder inside of them and hold spaces for people to connect with themselves and to their feelings and to the world and to their guardianship of Gaia. And I'm also holding space for a group that is doing something about the Dead Sea because it's drying because corporation dry the Dead Sea, and I'm angry about it. And I don't even meet with this group because
Stop. All right. Where do you go out much during your daily life? Do you like, are you visiting different places often?
Yeah, like traveling, hiking, like visiting, not really going out to parties.
Okay. All right. Your mission is to twice a week go up to someone who you can see is a space holder and start talking to them, and make sure to mention that they are a space holder, and see where it goes from there. Be prepared to go into explaining for them, but you're not forcing it on them. But you do have to mention that they are a space holder, and what you notice about their space holding. And of course, this can be this can be anybody doing a job, but can't be the same type of situation. Even if it's a new person, you can't do like, oh, this cashier at the grocery store, then this cashier at the grocery store. So, and do that for a month.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Ready?
And if you don't do that,
Oh yeah. Damn it.
then you then you need to wear a pirate bandana, a scarf, a head cover for your
For a year?
No, not for a year, but for however many weeks you didn't do.
Okay. I raise you with a that I need to do an ice bath every 3 days if I don't do it.
Okay. Wow.
Because I hate ice baths.
You hate ice baths. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Agreed.
Done.
Take on it.
Arr!
Yes.
Okay. Cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm closing on the room so we can check out of the meetings.
Okay.
I have my pirate agreement here.
Okay.
I'll just draw a skull on it.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on my door.
Yeah, I'll make sure to write mine down somewhere that I'll see it. And I appreciate your suggestion. It's something that I've been thinking about doing myself. So
Cool, man.
yeah.
Yeah, and send it to me. I can publish it. I have some social media stuff. So if you want more people to see it, in some cases, just send it to me and I publish it. I'm a nomad too. I like it.
Cool. Yeah, I've watched your videos.
Cool.
That was some of the first things that I learned about possibility management.
Really?
Yeah.
It's quite the legend right there. Thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Oh,
Everyone have their pirate agreements?
Yes,
yes.
More or less.
more or less.
Yes, more or
What's
less.
happening?
Okay.
Steven.
If you need to seal them, you can connect afterwards. You all have phones, and we have the group, so we can still continue this and connect there and share. And really, please, I encourage you to share your discoveries from this space, because this space is a study group, but it's not only for us. We're studying for everyone else to study. So please share your research about that. And another thing, where me and Yolanta here, we're starting next week a Rage Club, and there is an introduction on Monday. You probably all did it already, but let your friends know, please, because it's also important for us that people try it. Yes, so anyone else want to say a few words before we check out? And thank you. I had a lot of joy to be here in this space today with you. Sorry, and last thing, I'm going to stay for another 25 minutes. And if anyone wants to stay and just hang out and ask questions, feel free to do it. Anyone that needs to leave also, thank you for coming today.
Yeah, I want to add something, or more. It's more an invitation. Stephen, I don't know if you are already in the group, in the Connect group. So I would invite you to join that group and then to share your experiment, your exercise you were talking about to me in our breakout session. I'm curious to invite more people to this. And maybe, yeah, we can do that together.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation. Is that a Telegram group?
Yes.
I'll find it. Thank you.
Yeah, Stephen did a rage club with me. It was so much fun to have him in the space. So I'm really happy that you invited him to the group. Thank you, Nicole. All right. Hello there. Anyone who want to stay, welcome. Officially, the space ended. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
See you
Thank
soon.
you for
Thank
making
you,
this happen.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, bye, bye. See you, Dor.
See you.
Bye.
I've got some time to stick around.
Yay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now comes the fun part.
So actually, would you share? Oh my God, the U stuck.
Uwe?
Uwe.
Mhm.
Uwe. Sorry.
Yeah, that's perfect actually. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Would you share a bit about yourself? I saw in the groups and you shared very responsibly, and I mean, I connected to what you shared, and I really wanted to know more about you. Would you share a little bit about yourself?